I finally did it. I found the Persona 5 posters that I've been looking for. Got them hung up. I also found my Scott Pilgrim poster, so that's pretty darn cool. Greetings, friends. Welcome to Thursday. And for once, I am actually using the tripod as a tripod. Who'd have guessed? But I thought it was appropriate because of what I wanted to sort of talk about today. I wanted to make today more of a reflection day than something really talking about my day specifically. Also, I'm going to move the tripod back a few steps because it's a little close. But yeah, here we are, the last day of August. And like I mentioned yesterday, I was just kind of getting a little reflective over how the month went and thinking about, where I was at the beginning of the month compared to where I'm at, now, here at the end of the month. We're getting into September, which means fall will begin soon, and I am beyond excited about it. We were supposed to get rain today. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but the air did clear up long enough for me to open my window again. So the air quality index is saying, it's good quality air right now, so we're looking pretty good. I have the window nice and wide open too, so that way I can let all the cool air inside. It was relatively cloudy, so I can at least say there was that much, and it was pretty nice. It was nice to just kind of have that fresh, cool air coming in, having like a bit of an overcast look. There was a bit of haze throughout the day, and I have a bit of a headache, and I think that might be why. I've been having headaches frequently the past couple days, and I think it's the smoke. Because it's like, they're not severe headaches, they're not migraines from like screen usage or anything like that. They're these really tiny headaches that are just slightly bothersome. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. They're just the really minor kinds of headaches. But yeah, it was kind of hazy, but mostly overcast, and it does smell like rain outside, so we might have had rain somewhere in town, just not on this side. But I'm okay with that. I'm just content with the knowledge that, it's raining somewhere, and that thought alone makes me happy. I know it's a very broad thing, it's a very simple thing, but that is something I've come to realize over the course of this past month. It's really the little things that matter in life. I mentioned it, when I started finding tags to put up all my posters and like the wall-hanging scroll and the tapestry and stuff. It made me feel better. It made me feel more in tune with myself, if that makes any sense at all. And it does come back to the fact that it really is just the little things in life that can make us happy. It's the little things in life that matter. And I appreciate that. Because going back to the Stoic philosophy that I used to talk about so frequently in my vlogs from last year, you could leave life today. Let that determine what you say and how you think and act. And that's a big point that the Stoic philosophers made. I can't remember which philosopher originally said it. I've been reading a book by Epictetus again that I dug out of the boxes when I was looking for the Persona 5 posters. But that also sounds like something Marcus Aurelius would say. So if anyone knows which philosopher actually said that quote, let me know. But regardless, I just wanted to look back on how the month went and kind of discuss it in my own personal thoughts. This month started out kind of in a bad place. I was struggling a lot because I still haven't found a job. And, I've been applying for places left and right, and no one is getting back to me. I even applied for a freaking retail job. Like, retail jobs are always hiring, and they still haven't contacted me. And I don't know what the heck's up with that. But, in place of not really being able to work, I've been able to spend all my free time not wallowing in despair anymore, but meditating, kind of improving my general worldly wisdom, you might call it. Also, I don't know if my hands are shown this far out. I usually keep them close to my face because of the camera, but I know that when I have my phone in landscape mode, ankle is pretty wide, so who knows? Maybe it will show if I'm like doing some hand gesture over here. Anyway, I was in a bit of a bad place, and I was struggling a bit with family stuff, but then I just kind of came to a realization that, you know, no matter how anyone treats me, they're going through their own stuff, and everyone deserves forgiveness. So I was able to put that into practice and improve some of that family stuff. And as a result, I was able to spend some more time with my family in general. And I might have talked about it on the vlog before, but none of it was on the vlog because it was all before I started vlogging again, to be honest. It all happened before the 7th, I think, is when I picked up vlogging again this month. But I was spending plenty of time with family. We watched movies. I watched the Super Mario Brothers movie for the first time at the beginning of this month, and boy oh boy was that a treat. The whole movie, like, when you look at it from like a critical standpoint, it is nostalgia bait. That is what it basically is. But there is so much heart in the movie, there is so much love poured into it, and like acknowledgement of the history of the Mario franchise, that it made my heart happy. Because even though I don't really play Mario games nowadays, it was my childhood growing up. It was my entire childhood. Like, I was obsessed with everything Mario and Zelda related. So watching that just made me so happy, especially given what we had in the original Mario movie from 1991, I think it came out? Either 91 or 92. But it's a far cry from that. It did kind of take cues from that movie, though. Like the part where Mario and Luigi are investigating some, like, underground pipes and end up going through the Mushroom Kingdom that way. Like, that was straight up from the original movie, and I loved that. Just little minor callbacks here and there. It was a very pleasant experience. And then I hung out with Brendan again. I got that on the vlog, and that was amazing. I am hoping to hang out with him once summer starts winding down and fall kind of drifts in and welcomes in cloudy weather and rain. That'll be very pleasant. I'm hoping to get in contact with some more friends here in town that I haven't spoken to in a very long time, and maybe hanging out with them, because it's just been way too long. But, you know, the rest of this month you've seen on the vlog. I got into writing again. I got into Xenogears, Dragon Quest. I was big into Dragon Quest for like almost a week. And I say was, but I still technically am. You know, I would have played Dragon Quest IV today if I wasn't using my PS4 controller, you know, for my actual PS4. It was a good month, and I went through a lot of phases. I had a really heavy depression phase, which is where, you know, I missed a whole weekend of vlogging, but we're bouncing back, man. I think we're gonna have a good month of vlogs coming up for September. I have a lot of faith in it. You know, for this coming month, I'm going to redouble my efforts with finding a job, hopefully figure crap out with my bank, so that way I can get my bank account activated again. And if I can't figure that out, then I'll probably just start a new account with a new bank, you know, whatever. I've got to figure something out, because I am starting from scratch. I am literally starting from zero with nothing, and I've just got to work my way back up. And I will figure out a way. I absolutely will figure out a way. And I have 100% faith in myself and what I'm doing. So I'm just going to keep that in mind. I don't want to make this too long, because I know that recording clips too long with my phone will make the audio get all weird and delayed. And even if that's the case, whatever. You guys can watch this like it's a podcast and just listen. Because it's not like there's anything exciting going on screen anyway. But August was a good month. It was a month of a lot of triumph, a month of a lot of realizations that I've absolutely needed to come to. A lot of change, both internally and externally. You know, I got posters all around and stuff. And it's just been really nice. Now, I think I'm going to conclude the day with that, because that's all I really wanted to say. Just that August was a good month, and thank you all for hanging in there with me. I appreciate each and every one of you who stick around, watch this vlog, the occasional one of you who comments on occasion. Wow, my reputation as redundancy man still will not go away. But still, thank you all so much. You're all just absolutely wonderful people. And as always, let's do our best tomorrow at the start of the new month.